Hey guys, what's up? Pitmarthor here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. In the last part, we got all of the quote-unquote important things, minus the treasure maps from this dungeon. We got the compass, which isn't important, the map, which isn't important, but we did get the boomerang, and that is important. So, today we're going to continue on through the dungeon, find the boss room, get the two maps, and hopefully end things off with this dungeon in this episode, if not the next one, would be nice. But fingers crossed it'll be this one. Now, since I didn't do this last time, I just want you to make note that the boomerang makes really quick work of these guys. So if you ever need to get out of here, that's what you use. And I think we need to go back here. Maybe not. Let me check real quick. I don't know this dungeon as well as I do the Dragon Roost one. Of course, it is overall, square feet wise, I suppose, it is a bigger dungeon. I do also know where both the treasure maps are. Like, if I saw the room, I could be like, oh, well, the treasure map's in here. Make sure I'm not missing anything by not going through here. Yeah, okay. This is the room. Actually, you do need to go back here. This is the room where you can get one of your treasure maps. So, take heed. Hey! You go away. Oh yeah, also the boomerang will one-hit KO these guys as well. So, just make a mental note. Alright, so there's the actual spot with the treasure map in it. This is also a pathway in case you fall down. If you need to get back up, this is where you're going to go. Now, I did say the boomerang could get rid of those vines, and that's true. And you'll notice that there is a back way out of here, but unfortunately, whenever you go in there, no matter where you stand, that eye is going to be closed. And even right now, or even when the eye is closed, the boomerang will not be able to kill it. So, a bit unfortunate, yes, but we're going to have to do this a little bit more complicated way. Fortunately, it's not too bad, though. Just make your way up here. And you can see how the stump is actually hollowed out from the top. So it looks like we're going to have to be using a more conventional method, I suppose, to get rid of those vines, which is a bomb. Unfortunately, I threw that just a little too late because it was actually on target. Gotcha! I may have fallen off the thing, but I gotcha. You little demon, you. And now we can just crawl in and get our treasure. So you never actually unlock this little front thing right here. You can't actually unlock that. You have to use the back way. But whatever. As long as we get our treasure map whenever Link decides to open the chest. You got the map! Or the treasure chart. I always know them as treasure map, treasure chart. It's basically the same thing. I guess they want to refer it to being on the sea as, you know, a sea chart, not a sea map. This isn't a Mario Party reference, you know, we can't steal from sea map with Boo. I suppose. And then you leave the same way you came in, because that's the only door. So this is just an optional treasure map. Obviously, I'd recommend getting it. I believe this one actually gives you a piece of heart. If not, it's the other map. So I would definitely recommend picking this up. If you're going to 100% the game, then this is... either this one or the other treasure map that I'm going to get is one that you're going to need to get all 20 hearts. I believe the other one will give you a silver rupee, so both the rewards for the treasure maps in here are very, very good. Just knocked him into the water. Well, he just stood there and looked at me. I mean, what else was I going to do? Alright, so to get back up, what you need to do is, if you blow on this switch with the leaf, it will actually make a tornado-like thing appear. I'm not sure how that works, but you can use the leaf, and you can get back up here. As we've already pointed out, the boomerang makes quick work of these guys. So we can just destroy them and go through the door. And now we have a fighting room. I suppose that's the closest thing it is, anyway. It's got these guys. We get rid of both of them? Alright, that's good. This is required, but it also gives you a joy pendant, so it's actually worth your trouble to a certain extent. Alrighty. And you dropped one of these little thingamajigs, so I'm going to pick that up. Oh, magic. I thought it was a gold feather. Because one of them dropped that, but... oh well. And this will take you to the boss room. Now, I'm actually going to go back for that map. I said we needed a required item, which is obviously the boomerang for it. There's a lot of stuff in here that's in these little pine cone things. There are a few enemies, a few of these, and those little things that attach on you and slow you down. These guys right here. There are also fairies in here. Get off of me. Alright, so one of the things, if you want to go back, which means you want the treasure map, you can grab a stick from one of these things, you can light the torch, and then just go up to the top of this pot, and it will get rid of that wooden thingamajig that's on it, and it will burn it, and then you can go back to the beginning room. Now, the treasure map's not in the beginning room. Unfortunately, no, it's not that easy. You do have to go one room forward. But I guess it's not too bad. I mean, they could have made you really work for it if they wanted to. Because I believe some of the treasure maps in the later dungeons, they really make you work for. I mean, they make you, like, go all the way back to the, like, they'll give you the dungeon item near the end, and then they make you go, like, all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon. I mean, they were evil with some of them. Alright, so now, instead of going through that door, we're going to keep going up. I mistimed that jump a little bit right there. Keep in mind that little sprout or whatever right there is evil, so watch out for him. Thank you, and good night. Now, those two right there are designed to ambush you, but there is a joy pendant, and obviously you can still win, or get the chew jellies. So it might be worth your time to grab those. I don't know. And then fly across one last time. And there's your treasure map, obviously guarded. That's why we didn't go for it earlier. Because you need to get your handy-dandy boomerang. Once you do that, it makes quick work of it. And this treasure chart is all yours. So yeah, treasure maps in here aren't too bad. Just like the last one, you could find one on the way to your boss room. The second one you had to backtrack a little bit for, but not too much. So overall, they're not too bad in these first two dungeons. So that's all we need to get. We've gotten the two treasure maps, got the compass, got the map, got the boss key, or big key. Oh, yeah, I guess you can also get this one if you want. I wasn't trying to get that. I wasn't trying to get that either. I believe this is a joy pendant or 10 rupees. Oh, it's a Knight's Crest. Okay. Well, you can grab that too if you want. I believe you need 10 overall to get a special technique later on. Which isn't required, but, you know, if you want it, you can get it. So just a thought, you might want to try to stock up on those. You cannot get... there's not an enemy that drops them right now that we have met. So just because you only have 1 or 2, because you got that one in Dragon Roost Temple, just because you only have 1 or 2 doesn't mean you won't be getting more later on. That just means that enemy has not shown up yet. So don't be like, oh no, should I be trying to find these enemies? Well, they're not available yet, so don't worry about it too much. I'm just saying if you can pick one up, then that would be... It'd be easier to do it now, I suppose. So if you just happen to find one along the way, yeah, it's obviously worth picking up. Alright. Get back in the warp pot. There's actually another warp pot in here. If you climb that really tall room all the way to the top, then it's got another warp pot, but you only need the first one, which is automatically given to you in the first room, and the one in the very last room where the boss is. Otherwise, not required at all. Thank you. Just gonna grab some extra stuff and let's get going. This boss fight is not too hard, so I wouldn't really have to say know what you're doing here too much. Pretty easy boss fight overall. And this is Makar right here. It's judged by Link's so happy face. Oh, you jerk! You ate him! How could you do such a horrible thing? We're gonna have to kill him, guys. I think we're gonna have to kill him. So yeah, while this guy looks, I don't know, somewhat formidable, probably not as much as the first boss, but really, really easy overall. He's got a few attacks that are annoying, but they're not really deadly. Basically what you need to do is aim upward and boomerang as much of the little things that are keeping him up towards the ceiling. Just get as many as you can. And once you get all of them, he'll open up and then you can just start slashing at him as much as you want. Go ahead and let him eat you. It's worth the extra attacks to actually let him eat you. Because if you notice, he only does 1 heart of damage and you can get a heart very, very easily. So I'd say it's worth taking the... or worth being eaten and losing a heart just for that. Alright, there's just a few more. Now typically this battle's probably gonna, you're only gonna have to do this about 2 or 3 times. Maybe a little bit more, but I don't know. If you're going over 4 tries, then something's wrong. Alright, there, he's dead. It only took 2 rounds. My practice file, it took 3, but 3 is not that bad either. But if you're taking... Even 4 is not horrible. I mean, it is for an expert player, probably. But if you're taking more than 4, something's wrong. Alright, so that ends the dungeon. Pretty... Not too bad overall. It only took 3 videos, but... it's not that bad, really. Pretty short overall. I thought it would take more time. But I guess not. Are you here? Because the Great Deku Tree sent me. Elvi says I must get out of here immediately, and then he just stands there. So go ahead and pick up your heart container. That will increase your health to 6 hearts. And let's get out of here. Don't worry about Makar. He is going to follow you immediately, so you don't have to like pick him up or anything. Only we are allowed the cool wind swirls. You must wait until they're gone, and then you can teleport out. Not like the old Ocarina games with the blue light. Oh, Makar, you have returned. He looks so weird right there. Don't hit him. He's just a little whatchamacallit. So happy. To use the words of Nintendo Capri Sun, so happy. Because I'm sorry, if NCS watches this, that is a so happy face. That was a very, very so happy face. And I'm going to use that joke once more in a second here because there's a very, very so happy face. So we got the second pearl. So now I'm gonna have to get one more. So now he is going to play. Alright. And he's got a violin, which is awesome because the violin's one of my favorite instruments. Now watch, Link has a so happy face right here. Right there, that's a so happy face if I've ever seen one. It's a cool song though. It's beautiful. Link's like, what's going on? I will admit, in this game they tried to make Link show more emotion because, I don't know, he didn't really do that too much in Ocarina of Majora's Mask and all the Oracle games and all that. So they tried to, like, overdo it, and they really kind of did. But that's probably one of the reasons they made it cel shading to make it cartoonish, is so they could, you know, make it more emotion-y. You know, makes Link's face more, I don't know. It makes it stand out more. Something you can always do in a dungeon or whatever, if you actually point the camera to where you can see Link's face, you can look at his eyes, and if he looks in a certain direction, you might want to check over there, because it might be showing you something that you're missing. Yeah, here's another place you can grab a firefly if you want it. Alright, there's nothing we need here. Before I end the video, there's one more thing I want to grab. And this can only be gotten after you beat this dungeon, by the way. So, yeah. And yes, I did mean to fall. I did mean to fall down here. It's the easiest way to get back. So, he will give you a letter, the post box, or maybe the person residing in it, I don't know. Basically, this is Kamali's father, and he gives you a piece of heart. So we have 2 pieces now. Let's see if we can get this in really quickly. So, we are going to travel next time on the Let's Play Legend of Zelda with me, Pitmarthroy, to the northwest, I believe. Yes, the northwest, which I've already got my wind direction set for. So, I will see you guys then. Later.